Sagittarius, hello and welcome to your weekly reading for October 20th through to the 27th. Let's dive right in. So the week is starting off with the sun at 27 degrees Libra, and this represents to you all your 11th house of social groups and networks. And it's so interesting that the week starts off at 27 degrees Libra and we finish at 4 degrees Scorpio. So at this time, Jupiter has retrograded to 21 degrees and 7 seconds, and the moon at the time that I pulled this for will be in Gemini, in orb to Jupiter at 12 degrees, and that's for 5:38 p.m. So we're going to go back about 12 hours to the start of the day of October 20th. We have Kawai Akapililiko. So we are coming off of a full moon in Aries, your 5th house. And to me, it's just giving that you all have a lot of processes that maybe the art of getting things done, the art of leadership, the art of your identity and how you craft it, maybe in a creative sense. So maybe some of you guys have had to finish a thesis paper or an artist's biography, or to pick it up and start a course that you've wanted to take for some time. We have Epona, wise leadership. Love when that happens. So that does net to a 5, giving me Gemini. It's giving me 1, which is Taurus, according to Linda Goodman, and the 4, which is Aquarius, Uranus. So this is relating to your 6th house of daily life, and we have Uranus there. So for my Sagittariuses, you guys have been changing a lot about how you relate, how you develop and establish partnerships, and then what you do about those partnerships in your daily life. Let's see what Epona has to say. And then I want to look at those houses specifically. And for you guys, as you guys have Gemini with your ruling planet, we're going to look at Tuesday as the day of the week to really put emphasis on, to get the art of getting things done with wise leadership. So Venus will be in your sign. Venus is, let's see, I'm in time passages, and I want to share what they have to say about Venus. Lovely Venus, second closest planet to the sun, brightest natural object in the night sky except for the moon. Venus reaches its maximum brightness shortly before sunrise or shortly after sunset, which is why it's called the morning star or the evening star. She's also sometimes called Earth's sister planet. So for those of you guys who aren't familiar with like all of the Sanat Kumara, Mother Mary, apparently they spent lifetimes on Venus, crafting value, beauty. I would even say like cultural phenomena that we see are very Venusian. I'm sitting in a hotel that has like a lot of paintings, sculptures that, well, maybe they're not marble. They give a vibe, they give an aesthetic, they give, maybe what you guys are interested in is traveling to ancient sites, which I've also worked with the channeler pretty extensively, and she said that ancient sites are portals. So archaeological dig sites are portals to other dimensions. They're portals to other worlds. I've yet to visit any, but I'm looking forward to doing so and seeing what comes of it. So let's see more about Venus. Venus's dense atmosphere creates a greenhouse effect, raising the temperatures hot enough to melt lead. So this is sort of like that alchemy. And maybe within yourself, as you guys have Venus transiting your sign of the self, for my Sagittarius risings, moon, sun, Sagittarius, Venus, you might come to find that your relationships have a new patterning. As when Jupiter goes retrograde, to me it's sort of like pulling back a slingshot, and maybe in the past the ways that you like Fool's Russian by Bow Wow Wow, I'll add that to my weekly playlist that I share with you guys. It's like you might rush into situations only 3 months later to have completely lost track of the time and yourself and your goals and your projects. And we, with the South Node in Libra, we're like seriously done with codependence, with giving away our power to, you know, even Venus being the ruling planet of Taurus, according to Linda Goodman, Earth, according to Sensei Christopher Oteki. It's just a matter of you guys understanding that greenhouse effect of like, what in your emotional processes could lead you to do certain things that don't serve you in the long run, that would make that 8th house energy of Cancer with Mars there and the moon there on this Mars day sorry, I meant to look at Mercury Day. That's so interesting. So on Mars Day, your 8th house is going to get this energy, Kawaii. So a kapililiko, this is using water to reflect. And if you guys live near a body of water, if you can get to a natural spring or waterfall, something on this Tuesday, it will completely help you to move into this flow of wise leadership. Even in this card, opponent, it looks like smoke or like a waterfall. While that does really look like incense, it's sort of giving both. So some meditation, reflection on Mars Day would be helpful. And then on Mercury Day, which is where I wanted to go, Wednesday the 23rd of October, the sun will start out at 0 degrees Scorpio. So you have Mercury and the sun in your 12th house. And on that day, in your 8th house, we'll have the moon at 17 degrees Cancer, and Mars will move to 25 degrees Cancer. And in your 4th house, we have Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces as well. And it looks like you guys have, I would say, a potential to really flow through any former blockages around the art of getting things done in a way that could serve you in the long run. Let's see what Epona has to say. Empowerment message. Stepping into the world with a sense of surety and positive self-worth is what's called for now. Epona, the Celtic and Roman horse goddess of leadership and guidance, offers you her wisdom. Know that you have what it takes to heed it. You can do anything you place your attention on, and you'll find it easy to accomplish what's needed for your intentions to take form. So that takes me back to my initial statement. Maybe this week you have to complete a project for your thesis, or you have to get details organized for an upcoming production, show, audition, or something that calls on you to show your best side. You can do it. It's just a matter of focusing on it, not getting deterred. This is a message for my lunar syncing, which you guys can find linked below. It's a group on Telegram where I give daily planetary updates and a card for the day. It could be easy at this time to get pulled into other people's projects. People can extend an invitation to you, which would give so much impact. It would make you have so much meaning, but it would deter you from your highest and best path. And we do have connections from past lives, whether they're twin flames, they were siblings, they were co-conspirators for the greatest good of the world, or they have karmic baggage that we have attached to over lifetime. So it's really important to just reflect and consider what's your modus operandi. Don't get caught up in someone else's or their vision for you, because while that's exciting, and I mean, if it's coming with like a contract, Mercury's direct, but it's also in your 12th house. So this would imply that people could be coming back from like a past life association, and you need to just mind the details because it might be hazy. And it would just completely depend on your 4th and 8th house energy, which I'm also going to advise you, Sagittarius, if you want to go deeper into this reading, watch your reading for your 4th and your 8th house to get a clearer image, and possibly your 12th, just to make sure that everything's as it ought to be. So if you're a Sagittarius rising, that would be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. If you're a Sagittarius sun, you just need to look at your chart on astro.com. Okay, I'm going to continue with Epona. Whether you are aware of this or not, the way you manage your accomplishments and even the way you handle failures and losses is modeling the way forward for others. There is a wisdom growing within you. Being true to who you are and placing integrity and humility equal to enthusiasm makes you a wise leader. Indeed, one the goddess Epona is proud of. And the alignment message, I only got 2 decks with me right now, so we're going to dive deep into these messages. Being overly assertive and determined to take action is not at your favor at this time, and it'll be clear. Like, this is what the full moon in Aries was clearing out, is like the art of emotional processing for getting things done, to make sure that in our 8th house we aren't committing to partnerships from a past life that have a lot of karmic baggage around them, Sag. If you feel afraid of making a mistake or worried that you will somehow compromise yourself or disappoint someone else, consider this a time to regroup and assess the details. As the goddess Epona knows, not all paths are meant to be explored. Not all battles are meant to be fought. Not all opportunities will pan out. Beware of the tendency to overreach. You have come a long way, and the best leader knows when to take a break. Your task is to hold back, breathe deeply, trusting fully that when the time comes to act, the goddess opponent will guide you. You don't want to act too soon out of fear, false evidence appearing real, and insecurity, or even by hubris, as you will surely slip and lose your stance. Take heart, for this is the perfect moment for a timeout to see what the goddess opponent truly has for you. The divine has you safe and secure. You just need to wait. And then on top of that, the message of 11 is being in integrity. Virgo does represent your 10th house of legacy and career, and it also points to Chiron, which is like healing the need to be everyone's hero, because you don't. It doesn't bring you anything. Being everyone's hero makes you into Chiron, which Chiron took on Prometheus's task of rolling a boulder up a mountain for eternity, and Zeus just took pity and was like, you guys could be constellations. Like, you could be the myth, the legend, the archetype. You don't have to do this this extensive action that would just bring you into a place of weakness, of pain. It was Chiron who battled Hercules, according to the Greek pantheon, and Hercules hit him in his Achilles heel, and Chiron was wounded. He couldn't heal himself. And the thing is, people go to healers to see how they can heal themselves. Healers don't heal. They just trigger healing within you and the ability for you to heal yourself. So, Sagittarius, if you're wanting to be everyone's nurse, if you're wanting to be everyone's co-conspirator, if you're wanting to have these past life relationships be something that you revisit in this life, it would take you off your path. And we don't want that. We want the momentum of wise leadership, of reflection, of being able to introspect rather than pick up as many pieces as we can. We're in quarter 4 of the year as well. It's way better to start these things in like quarter 2 after you've wrapped everything from quarter 4 and quarter 1. So that's like at the start of 2025, when Mars is also retrograding through your 8th house, when you have the time and space to really look and see what has sprouted, what will really give you a return, and then to dive deeper into how you're going to get these things done, how you'll be intentional with your energy and your actions, because a lot can happen in a single day, but we don't want to push it. We don't want to push ourselves to the brink of collapse, because we want sustainable longevity, especially with that 8th house energy of sex, death, transformation, and rebirth, having Mars there. Okay. Kawai Akapililiko, the water of the reflected image. Yours is the essence, oh God, ours the material part. Be quick to hear, but slow to speak. Okay. So there was a Hawaiian history and spirituality writer, Kristen Zambuca, who spoke about an old woman who used an ancient stone mirror laying in a still pond for divination. To even think of a stone having the capacity to reflect, was it crystal? Was it an Andara? How can you guys create some sacred space for yourself to sit and reflect? I'm seeing like a medicine wheel, but like something that you make on the ground. So I've gone and I had a client to make a whole like pattern. I'm forgetting what they're called, but it's like using foraged things from the space. Maybe you guys have a collection of things. I have with me, because we're going to Mount Shasta, a bunch of feathers, shells from the river that my daughters got for me for my birthday, some crystals, one item that I made, and then, you know, a coral object to set up a sacred space, a mandala, and just leave it and or meditate there for a while. Excuse me. So the woman using the stone mirror would tell those that sought her out to watch their thoughts as if they were clouds passing across the sky. She taught people not to judge their emotions or thoughts, but to just let them pass. For a mirror, it's important to be able to simply reflect the beauty that is around you. Reflection enables you to see with true vision that comes from the eye of the heart. It reminds you that we are all relatives, one great mind dreamed us all. How much confidence would you have to have in others to do that? Like, it takes a lot of security in others to be able to say, I know you know every single thing that you might want to assign to me or have me support you on, but I know that you can do it. It requires a level of mutual trust, respect, and an ability to reflect back people's light to them. Sandra Walters speaks to this as less particle, more wave, and being able to just reflect light and to be a beacon, but to not be confused with other people's glue or solution to their issues. So a mirror reflects the images. This is from the interpretation. A mirror reflects the images and encounters as they are. It does not attempt to judge or change them. As you refrain from judging or attempting to change things, you may find you will have no need to speak. The better you are able to hear, the better you are able to see. Listen from the heart, and you will be able to see clearly. No matter how muddy a basin becomes, the water's ability to cast a reflection is unchanged. When you experience turmoil, seek the still water of non-judgment and compassion for yourself. The essence of any situation can be seen clearly when you peer into the Kawa Akapililiko pool of silent wisdom. Last thing I'm going to read is the 4th and 8th house meaning, and probably a little bit more Venus. Okay, Venus, or the great Greek Aphrodite, is the goddess of love, beauty, and relationship. The planet probably gets its name because Venus is so bright and beautiful. Rules the signs of Libra and Taurus, so this is your 11th and your 6th house of daily life, 11th houses of society, celebrity even. You know, if someone comes to you with an offer that is aligned to what you're doing, yes. But if someone comes to you with an offer that will take you off your path, it's a past life thing, so just my advice. The position of Venus shows a person's perception of relationship and affection, or the qualities and expressions of affection that someone may be most receptive to or comfortable with. So Venus this week will move from four degrees in your sign and finish it'll start off at 2 degrees in your sign and finish at 11 degrees. So that's so interesting. This 11 does net to a 2. So keeping in mind that our bonds are not needed at this time. We don't need to like make our word our bond right now. If we have the time to reflect, great. If we don't have the time to reflect, make that time, Sagittarius. Again, watch your 4th and 8th house reading to go deeper into this. I would advise you watch your 12th house as well, just to be sure that you're getting through all of the like muddled sounds, noises, things that are happening as the sun moves into Scorpio this week on the 23rd of October. You're clear. Thank you so much for watching, Sag, and until next time, all of my aloha.